A speedy welcome to the show for everyone. This is the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And I'm your host on the show this morning. My name is MaryCynthia Hangeior, and I'm here with
Wandoo Tortya.
And the Speed Lane is where we talk about issues that affect our communities, our families, and even society at large. And today is Monday, the 6th day of July, 2026. I hope your weekend went well and you were safe and you enjoyed your weekend. Now, today being Monday, the 6th of July, today is World Rural Development Day, the day established by the United Nations to highlight the importance of developing rural communities and even ensuring that people living in villages and rural areas have access to opportunities, essential services, and even a better quality of life. Now, when we talk about development in rural communities, many of us immediately think about government, and rightly so. Government and development partners have important roles to play as well, and we continue to see efforts being made towards improving our communities. But today on the Speed Lane, I would like us to look beyond that, beyond the responsibilities that they have. What role do we as individuals have? Because when it comes to development, everyone immediately thinks, well, I have nothing to do. Today, let's actually find out what we have to do, because we all have a role to play. What can we do in our own little way to make our villages and hometowns better places to live, better our communities, those rural areas? Sometimes development begins with the little things. It could be deciding to invest in your hometown instead of taking it everything elsewhere. It could be supporting even local businesses. It could be anything. So what do you as a community, as an individual, actually do to make your own village and hometown even a better place, a more developed place for you to be? No contribution is actually too small if it helps move a community forward. So that is what we are going to be talking about today on the Speed Lane. Tell us what you as an individual or you as a community, where you live, what are you actually doing? What can we as individuals and communities do to make our villages and hometowns better places to live, even more developed? Now, the number we are making use of today is 090-3648-5868. That is 090-3648-5868. What can we as individuals and communities actually do to make our villages, our hometowns more developed and even better places to live? What is our own role? That is what we are talking about today on the Speed Lane, today being World Rural Development Day. So what can we do? And before we actually go deep into this, let's hear Wandoo's voice on this one. Go ahead.
Okay. There are many things for us as individuals, as villagers and hometowns that can better our community. And one of it is to keep the environment clean by organizing regular sanitation exercises and disposing of waste properly. So we are to dispose our waste properly in a dustbin, not just spraying it around or keeping it anyhow. For our community to be developed or to live healthy, we have to maintain a good sanitation, regular sanitation, yes, and protect public property, like schools. Yes.
Okay. So when we talk about someone out there might have talked about what can I possibly do, the moment we mentioned development of even rural communities, someone might have even said, what can I possibly do to actually add to development? But even something like that, even a clean environment, a place, a healthy environment can be something that speaks for a community. What a particular place is actually known for, not just, this is a village out there, and then it's something that maybe we cannot even make good use of. That is also something, because you're thinking, someone might think about it, what can I possibly do? Can also make sure that an environment is clean? Now, you also can call in to be part of this conversation, and the number for you to call is 090-3648-5868. That's 090 36485868. What can we as individuals and communities do to make our villages and even hometowns, those rural areas that we actually live in or we come from, better places to live, even more developed? You can call in and be part of the show. And Wandoo, I like the one you started with about keeping places clean, even sanitation, because even if you call out, in different places, you even call for things like, oh, today is Saturday, or we have selected Saturday as a day that we as community members, let's come out, and do this thing turn by turn. Then you have people not even showing up, in things like that. You have some people not even showing up because they feel like, oh, that one is not my business. My own house is clean, and my own this one. So how about the entire community? Don't you ever want that place to even be something that is recognized by others, or even a better place? Everyone wants something good to come out of where they are, right? Where they come from. I can say, okay, this is my own village, but then something good is coming out of this place. So I assume you have more of those things. So can you share more?
Yes. And I was talking about protect public property, such as schools, healthcare, road, from damages or theft. So we have to protect our public property. Once some people have this mentality, once it's not from my own house, it's not my responsibility to keep it clean or to make it well, or not to destroy it. They feel that it's not my own, so anything could happen to it. It can be exposed to danger, all of that. But
then if we are just like I mentioned before, if you are saying that, okay, they have their own roles, authorities have their own role to play, and they have put some of these things in place. Our own role is now to actually protect that, right? It's not, oh, it's here again, and then damage it, and then the communities, instead of getting more developed. That's why sometimes you find out, okay, this particular community has been worked on, for a long time, but then it just seems like it's going backwards instead of even going forwards. Like the things, oh, how many times have they actually fixed this particular place? Maybe there was a time that a particular drainage was fixed, and all of a sudden it went back to being as it was again. So someone who is there for the first time might not even know that there was a time where something like this was actually fixed, because we are not doing our own part. So something like that can also be your role, because anyone who questions, what can I possibly do? When we talk about development, what can I possibly do? That is something that you can do. But Wandoo, what can you actually do? You yourself, what do you think you can actually do?
Okay, and for instance, like boreholes, taps that an individual decide to establish for the community to use. And for me, I will make sure while using it, I won't make it spoiled. I will turn it gradually and make sure it's not spoiled, because by so doing it will be more to be maintained, to last longer for others to use. So I will treat it carefully and gently so that it won't be spoiled.
And sometimes when people even notice that, okay, maybe the generous individuals who actually establish some of these things, when they notice that, okay, people are handling it with care, more people are encouraged to do something. It's not the one that, oh, today it's not me that opened this particular place, and all of a sudden they just scatter the whole thing. Like, why should I still make it easy for people to have access to something like this when they are just going to spoil it anyway? It's the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and I am your host on the show. My name is MaryCynthia Hangeior, and I'm here with
Wandoo Tortya.
And this morning, today being the 6th day of July 2026, is World Rural Development Day, and we are asking, because in terms of development, what can we as a community, what can you as an individual actually do to make our villages, those rural areas that we come from or we live in, what can we actually do to make those places more developed, to make them better places to live? What is our own role? Now, the number for you to call is 090-3648-5868. That is 090 36485868. What can we as an individual, as individuals and even communities, what can we actually do to ensure the development of those rural areas that we actually stay or we come from? And Wandoo, I think sometimes development is not always about the big thing. Sometimes it could be simply choosing to buy from businesses in your own community, because that they have those things there, but somehow some people want I want to go and get it from this place, but then the person that is right in your community, that this person actually has good hands when it comes to that. There is a tailor, that knows what to actually do, or that, okay, this person actually knows the job, but simply because, this one is in my area, it's in this community, the person cannot, I want the one that has the big name. I don't know, do you get what I'm talking about?
Yes. And some people even have the ability to build schools, like do something in their own community for the benefit of the people, but they feel if they do it here, not much people attend, so they feel they should extend it somewhere else.
And again, when it comes to even those businesses that some people actually open there, sometimes some people, it's about the names. Let me take it to Abuja. Why should I bring this particular investment to this place? Let me tell you, when you know that, okay, that is a need for your own rural place. You keep talking about, this place is not developed. What are you actually doing? Instead of placing this business here, let me take it to Lagos, because I feel like, okay, some places there, that is where everything is happening. I want to also be part of that. And one funny thing is that some persons take businesses like that there, and then they become invisible. They become invisible because there are
others.
A lot of them
and
there.
Competition.
And even knowing that, okay, your community actually has this need. Why not be the person that is identifying that need, and then making it possible for people to actually access. Now, you also can call in and be part of the show, and the number for you to call is 090-3648-5868. That is 090-3648-5868. You can call in and tell us what you are doing, what you actually think that we can do, even as individuals and communities, to make our villages, to make those rural areas, some of those areas that are not even seen, better places to live. What have you done, or what do you think we can do? What are you doing? Hello? Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, what's your name?
My name is Daniel.
Okay, Daniel, where are you calling us from?
Calling from Young.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
All right, let's hear what you have.
Okay. Most importantly, I just want to clarify the issue of some individuals that will see rural environment as a place that they won't invest in. So for me, that's a point where we need to invest and then get the particular people that are there who know the target audience. You don't have to go to an already made place to be a business person. You need to visit some places that are rural areas too, and then do a checkout, then know if the business will strive there too. And most importantly, that place the business now coming to that place, it will open the environment, and then it will still bring other opportunities like employment, and then the people you're training, you're still impacting knowledge, or what you're selling, you're bringing it closer to the people.
Okay. All right.
Building a business where the individuals are not yet opportune to get such amenities.
All right. Thank you so much, Daniel, for calling in to be part of the show. And you can still call back if you have to say. And everyone listening, you can call in on the show. Number for you to call is 090-3648-5868. That is 090-3648-5868. Call in and be part of the show this morning on the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. We are talking about development even in rural communities. So what do you have to say? You heard what Daniel said, right? He didn't complete everything he was saying, but like we heard most of it, right?
Yes.
So what do you think?
Well, he said a community should provide skills so that for employment for the youth.
Hello. Okay, I think Daniel spoke about business, and then he says maybe sometimes people having ideas and looking at ready-made places, that this is where I want to go and put something, or this is where I want to go and be.
Yes.
Did you hear that part of it?
Yes,
and then this is where I want to go and be, instead of maybe identifying that okay, people in this particular place, they also need something.
Yes.
And it's also adding to that development. So people just look at that place, oh, this Paco place, what can I do here?
Yes.
What are you doing to make sure that that place doesn't remain that Paco place that you are talking about, or it doesn't remain at that level? So call in and let us hear from you. We are also streaming live on Facebook at Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi. So you can watch live on Facebook and even leave a comment if you have something to say. What can we as individuals and even communities do to make those rural areas that we come from, what can we actually do to make sure that they become developed? What can we do to make sure that they are going forward? Because we often forget about our own roles ourselves. When we hear development, we are thinking about, oh, what are the authorities doing? Yes. What are we doing? Today is for our own self. So what are we actually doing? You can call in and share with us. What is you as an individual even doing? Wandoo mentioned some things like even taking care of environment, even taking care of properties that you mentioned, protecting those property instead of vandalizing it. We keep complaining, oh, this particular place, oh, there are no there is nothing like this in this place, but then when it's actually provided, what do we do with it? Destroying it, and then instead of that place actually going forward, it's only getting worse and worse, simply because we are not even maintaining the wants that we have. So go on, Wandoo. You were talking about what Daniel said. I just wanted to point out one thing that I think was most outstanding before you go on. So go on.
Yes, he talked about skill acquisition for the community. Like an individual can provide skills for the youth so that they won't be stranded or looking for job opportunities. And another thing I have is to improve security by cooperating with security agencies and reporting suspicious actions. Yes. If the community can come together and work together and see that there's no insecurity around, anything that happens, the youth will join forces. And there's some communities that they don't have a good name, like there's something suspicious, or the name for the community is not really good. So if
the people there themselves,
the people there themselves, they don't have they indulge in some activities that are not right. So if the community can select some few people as security agencies that can help.
Or everyone just taking a hold of the whole situation, because sometimes it's like maybe the people inside them, some people are still robbing themselves. I know what you're talking about, because personally I've lived in a place like that. So sometimes even the people there, they say, oh, we are the community boys, or we are the area boys, we are this or that, things like that. Even some things like that can actually make that particular community look bad, and then things are not going forward, and on our own part, you see, for everything, when we talk about development, for everything that we are pushing, okay, it's maybe the authorities that have to do this one. We also have a hand, we also have a role in part of it, and it's our role that we are talking about today. So you also can still call in and be part of the show. Number for you to call is 090-3648-5868. That is 090-3648-5868. It's the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and I am your host on the show. My name is MaryCynthia Hangeior, and I'm here with
Wandoo Tortya.
And you can call in and tell us what you think we as individuals and communities can even do to make our villages and even hometowns better places to live, better development, better places that we can actually be proud of. What are you doing? Did you maybe find something like that, and then did you maybe identify a need in your own community, and then you thought, okay, it's wise to actually put this here because it's also adding to that development? It's more like the world these days has become everything is for my own it's not my business. Like if they are doing it, if everything is happening, it's not my business. So like I should just allow it to be. But like, did you identify something that you are actually working on? You can call in and let us hear from you. What are some simple things that individuals can actually do? Even supporting local farmers.
Wandoo.
Supporting local farmers, because sometimes that this particular person, it could even be your brother. He has some of these things to offer. He has the services to offer, but you're looking for the services that doesn't come from that community. And then you speak about development. The thing about people is that some people complain about this thing is not happening here. Who should actually make it happen? If not we ourselves that are there, that should actually make it happen. And then you were talking about mentoring. You mentioned something about teaching like skills or things like that, right? Because some people have skills. Maybe there could be someone that even knows how to sew, and then you find out, okay, people are coming to you. Some people will actually really even refuse. I don't want anyone. I don't want any disturbance. How about even mentoring those people?
Some even want to be the only one to stand out. Like, let me just be the one to be sewing. But it will go a long way if you can help others, like inculcate these values, these skills to others, so that it can even lessen your work. So the community can be strong and have something to present, so that others too can also benefit.
All right, so you also can call in and be part of the show. Hello. All right, number for you to call is 090-3648-5868. That is 090-3648-5868. It's the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And I am your host on the show. My name is MaryCynthia Hangeior, and I'm here with
Wandoo Tortya.
And we are asking, what can you as an individual actually do to actually ensure that your own community is getting more developed? What are the things that you're already doing, or what are things that you think we can actually even do, going forward? Because some persons just look at it like, well, there's nothing I can do. There is something for everyone to do. So what are you actually doing? Wandoo, I actually asked you a question that time about what you yourself are doing, right? So tell me more about it. What you yourself are doing. I know you mentioned tap, but what else are you actually doing if you are taking that seriously?
What me and myself I'll do is take care of my environment, and by planting trees, by preventing bush burning and protecting natural resources. I'll protect the land. I'll care for the environment. If I plant trees, it can grow. And
have you ever planted a tree?
My father does.
Okay, your dad does.
Yes.
And have you maybe one day tried to maybe even be part of that?
Yes, I accompany him to plant the trees.
Okay, you accompany him.
Yes.
So one day you'll be the one to do that one yourself, without just accompanying someone, right?
Yes.
Go on.
So if I plant trees.
Hello. Okay, keep on trying, and just maybe you would catch up with us. It's 090-3648-5868. It's the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. Call in and let us hear from you. Go on, Wandoo.
So I'll extract natural resources to like build house also. And from the planting, I can like mango. If I plant a mango tree, it grows oranges, and I'll make something from it like orange juice. So it can even develop a local community. Like others can come and get mangoes.
We are supplying this particular thing.
Yes, exactly. To other places.
All right. So you also can call in and then share with us what you can actually do. Hello. All right, this person keeps trying, but not to worry, just maybe you will catch up with us. Keep trying. It's 090-3648-5868. That's 090-3648-5868. How about volunteering, Wandoo? You know what volunteering is, right?
Yes.
Volunteering to actually do something like this, even donating some things, because some persons have things, but then they are looking for places that their name will actually this place is already a big place. So let it be known that I put something like this somewhere else, like let me take this to another place, because that is where people will actually know that it will go widespread. How about that community that you come from? Instead of actually running away from there are some persons that would actually run away from places like that. Hello? There are some persons that would actually run away from places like that because they feel like I'm not the only person that will come and do this. But you see that particular mindset of I am not, it's not only me that is in this place, or I am not the person. Am I going to be the first person to actually start something like this? It's what makes places to actually stay behind, right? To stay behind and then not move forward. But today being the 6th day of July 2026, which is World Rural Development Day, it is set aside by the United Nations to highlight the importance of developing rural communities and even ensuring that people living in villages and rural areas have access to opportunities, continuous development. We are simply trying to find out the simple ways that we ourselves can do things to ensure development. Hello?
Good morning, ma.
Yes, good morning. What's your name?
My name is Satran Kumar. I come from Bazimba Kumashaka for the Grace.
All right, welcome to the show.
Thank you, ma. I come on the hand, but I was thinking that they talk about the development. Yes, so as the mention of the planting of the cross, something like a tree. The big important things that will be planted, the things of the help for the many things. Even the things that they build food, and even the things that they build the crops that we harvest and they get the money to do something that will make your family or your
community
area to be your community to be progress. Yes. The things and the good and the very important to you to our people should be plant.
Okay, our people should plant. Areas. Do you plant?
Yes, ma. I never get land, but my father do still.
Okay.
But we certainly enjoy it.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling in to be part of the show. It's the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and I am your host on the show. My name is MaryCynthia Hangeior, and I'm here with
Wandoo Tortya.
And you also can call in and be part of the show. Number for you to call is 090-3648-5868. That's 090-3648-5868. What can we actually do? What can we as individuals and communities do to make our own villages, our own hometowns better places to live, to make sure that it's actually developed, at least it's going forward, because some things cannot happen just overnight, but then what are we actively doing? Even the small ones. We just heard from someone who spoke about planting, making sure that if particularly let this place even be known for this particular, all this place are always bringing oranges. People of this place, even knowing someone for simply people that provide the oranges, people that provide the mangoes, it's something recognizable, something that we know that if we are looking for this, we are referring to this community, and slowly is adding to the development of that community. But then if everyone keeps thinking that what can I possibly do, or I don't have any power, what am I going to do? Then it becomes something that is limiting that development. Even becomes where even if authorities actually put some of these things in place, people will still damage it because their own effort was not there, and they have that mentality of well, I am not the one who spent my money. I did not waste my time to do something like this, so I cannot protect it. So let's hear what you think from what our last caller said.
Well, I feel it's very important for us to plant trees, so that it can even extract goods, rural materials. If we plant trees, we can extract these materials, build houses, and also others can also come and get from us. And I also feel the community should render assistance to elderly people, widows, people with disabilities, and orphan children, people without parents. So if a community can take care of their own, there is a good name or good title that these people, they don't neglect their own. They accommodate them, they take care of them, and they feel welcome. And others too can also come and they feel at home.
Okay, people are encouraged to even come and put something in that place.
Yes.
Because they know that people will take care of it, or these people are welcoming, or something like this is actually going on here. So we can also come and put. And sometimes some people say, I don't have something to make it a big name.
You can just start.
But if you start small, then someone out there is watching and saying, oh, okay, something like this actually happened. Why don't I add my name also to something like it? Why don't I also invest in it? So you also can call in and be part of the show. Number for you to call is 090-3648-5868. That is 090-3648-5868. It's the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And I am your host on the show. My name is MaryCynthia Hangeior, and I'm here with
Wandoo Tortya.
And we are asking what you can actually do, as an individual, or what you are even doing right now, because we cannot just ask some people what they can do. Some people are already doing it. They're already going forward, doing some things, making sure that places, those rural areas that actually become developed, and not just maybe ignoring it because it's a community, it's not a personal thing. And even sometimes even supporting the things, being a responsible neighbor, sometimes being a responsible person alone is actually leading to that. That connects with what we mentioned earlier about even people in that. If people of this place and all these people that are always collecting phones, in the moment you step your foot into this particular place, it's a dangerous place, and then they are always collecting phones. Who would want something to actually do in that place? So you can now see that it starts with us ourselves, it starts with everyone, and the things that we are actively doing, because sometimes people will take it that boys have to do this to survive, right? Because this place is not developed, and then what are we going to do? But we are the ones that are actually damaging some of these things without even knowing about it. So number for you to call is 090-3648-5868. That's 090-3648-5868. And we are also streaming live on Facebook at Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi. So you can watch live on Facebook and even leave a comment if you have something to say. Tell us what you are doing by yourself. We have mentioned the little things, from the little ones, even the ones that someone will not say, no, I don't have money to do this yet, so I cannot do it. Which one are you actually doing? And if you're not doing any one, it's actually a wake-up call. You can do something too, because it's possible that some people don't know that they even have the power to make something work, or they feel like, or just looking down on some of those small efforts that are actually put in place before something big actually comes out of it. Are you volunteering somewhere to something that is going to contribute to your community? Have you maybe established a business, like you open a business in your own community, where you actually live, knowing fully well that you're going to maybe help train people in that place, you're going to help with development in that place? What are you actually doing? You can call in and then share that with us. And then something else I would like us to talk about is that sometimes you might not be a person to actually open something, but then you are supporting that person. And when we talk about supporting, some people think it's just maybe bringing money to come and support. But what other ways can support actually come?
Well, other ways that support can actually come is like moral support, like vocal support. You can tell someone to do it, like you see a need in your community and you are close to a person. You can actually tell the person your need, the community's need. Yes, you persuade the person, you see reasons why he or she should support your community, and it goes a long way. Yes, it can be done.
And some other way of support maybe is simply even ensuring that the things that the person is doing, maybe you're not scattering it, or you're not, there is this thing like pouring sand into someone else's, whatever the person is doing, so sometimes that is also like a form of support, taking part in some of those exercises. Someone has opened this particular thing, maybe the person has this station, or the person has a school in that particular place.
Yes.
So why are you leaving the one? Why are you not patronizing the particular one in your own community so that that place can also blow? That place can also grow. And then leaving it and then going forward to somewhere else to actually do something, in that place, when it can actually be done in your own community as well. So one thing that I would say that actually affects people, is that mentality. When it comes to this development on the roles that we ourselves can play, is that mentality.
Yes.
And what would I say with that mentality? Why would I mention something like that? Because some people think that it's not only one person that can actually make something work. Do you get what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Like it's not only one.
Efforts.
Yes, it's not only one person that can make something work.
Yes.
So why would I be the first? That whole thing of nobody has actually had a school in this place.
Yes.
Why should I be a first? Did you see anybody digging a borehole in this place? Why should I be the first? Did you see anybody having a computer place, in this place? Why should I be the first? Let me take my money somewhere else to places that people already have those things working. And again, another mentality is this one of, it's not my own, so let's misuse it, right? That we spoke about earlier. It's not my own. And examples of places you would actually see that is?
Well, some places like in Abuja, where
go on.
Yes, in Abuja, where it was my environment where we lived, and a person, my neighbor, wanted to dig a borehole, and they were like, why will he dig a borehole? Why there are others there that are more wealthier than him?
Okay, that's another insight on that kind of mentality.
Yes.
Like other people have the money. Yes. Some people are richer, so why should me with my own money that I have, or why should I actually want to do something like this, knowing fully well that there are people who can actually maybe do better. Now that is I would call that like a backwards kind of mentality, waiting for the next person to actually do something when you can be the one. So everyone can actually do something, right? Everyone can actually add to development. Everyone can actually help their own community. Everyone can promote, make sure that development comes to those rural areas. And we have mentioned different ways. So like on a final note, what are some things, what is the kind of mindset that you think that people should have even going forward, to actually lead to development in rural communities like this that we are talking about from your own village? Or because sometimes people are thinking, when you talk about rural communities, some people are thinking, oh, it's another person's village. In your own village or in your own place, where you are actually living. So you can still call in on 090-3648-5868. That is 090-3648-5868. So go on, Wandoo.
Okay, so one of it is we should have the mentality of cleaning our environment. Yes, we should have the mentality that this is my own place. If I don't take care of it, who will? So it should install in our head so that we will not feel like, why am I doing it? Why others can also do it? They are neglecting to do it. They don't want to do it, so I should not also do it. So we should have this mentality that this is my place, this is my home. So if I don't do it, nobody else will. And we should also have the mentality of cooperation. We should cooperate within ourselves. We not really leave the work for just one person to do it.
When one person is doing, it's better to actually encourage that person. And again, some people have instead this mindset of like jealousy instead of that encouraging someone that is actually doing or doing this one. So instead, because I'm jealous of what this person has here for himself, let me take my own patronage and then go to another place and then go and be in that place because I don't want it to work. Okay. And as we celebrate World Rural Development Day today, today's discussion actually reminds us that building stronger communities is a shared responsibility, right? Governments and then development partners have their own roles to play, but every one of us also have something we can contribute, whether it's supporting local businesses, whether it's mentoring young people, whether it's participating in community projects, whether it's keeping our surroundings clean, or simply taking pride in our home times. Everyone can actually do something. Every positive action counts. And the future of our communities depends not only on what others do for us, that whole waiting for someone else to do something, but also on what we choose to do for ourselves. And also coming up next at 10 a.m. is King James 90s Top 10 right here on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. I have been your host on the Speed Lane this morning. My name is MaryCynthia Hangeior, and I've been here with
Wandoo Tortya.
And stay right here with us on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM and keep enjoying music of your life.
Hello, my cutie. Asking Radio is here. Tell everyone you know.